Look, I get it. You can get off your phone. Meaning, sooner or later, your phone is going to be implanted in a chip, implanted in your skin, and you will be in the beginning stages of a cyborg. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kris Rubio. Today's documentary that I am going to paraphrase for you today is called The Human Machine on Curiosity Stream. Let's do this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining me on the stream. My name is Kris Rubio. We are going to do a wonderful expedition on how we are going to become cyborgs. Cyborgs, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, as I stated before, we're kind of cyborgs already. We can't get away from our damn phones. I mean, try being away from your phone for 5 minutes, and I bet you'll be like, does that feel good? And then and then you go back to your regular life once you get the phone. This documentary has kind of opened eyes for a little bit because I don't know if I'm going to show clips, but definitely it was a 30-minute watch and it was a good watch because there's things that I didn't even know that kind of blew my mind to a place where I think society will go. For example, there was a point in time when teachers wanted us to learn arithmetic. And then we got calculators and we're like, oh, well, we don't need to learn arithmetic because the calculators could do everything. There was a point when we had to use the Thomas Guide. Remember the Thomas Guide? Nobody ever remembers the Thomas Guide. I remember my dad using the Thomas Guide. And I'm like, what novel Harry Potter thing is that? And then MapQuest came along and you're like, oh, and then the iPhone came along with Apple Maps and you're like, you know what? My brain doesn't have to memorize the spots anymore. So I'm just going to offload all the computing power from my brain and I'm not going to memorize this because the Apple Maps will guide me to where I need to go. And I guess that's why, to a certain extent, people don't memorize things anymore. It's because why? Why do we need to learn facts when we got this phone in our pocket? Probably. There's a lot of forgetful things. Sometimes I'll be brushing my teeth and then I'll gargle like with some mouthwash for like a minute, and then I'll look at the clock and be like, oh well, it's 1 minute from this number, and then like 10 seconds later I forget. I'm like, I blame this on MapQuest. Yes, I do. There's these robotic hands being built, I guess somewhere in Switzerland, and it could sense vibration, it could sense temperature, and if this was on a man, he will definitely be jacking off. Yes, I said it. He'll definitely be jacking off. Because the vibration and the heat. Okay, don't let me get started. And this brings me to my next point. Why do we need credit cards? Credit cards is being replaced by Apple Pay, and Apple Pay is being replaced by, if you went to an Amazon Fresh store, it's by a handprint. Sooner or later, retina eyes, retina scans. Sooner or later, who is going to implant a chip in their fingers because they don't want to bring their ID card or they don't want to bring their phone to the 24-hour fitness to check in? Right here, me, I definitely don't want to do that. Plant a chip in my finger just so the 24-hour fitness check-in could become a little bit more quicker. Shoot. People are going to kill me, bro. And people back in the days used to make fun of prosthetic arms or legs. And then now, since it looks Terminator-ish, it looks cool, people are like, oh, sign me up. I definitely want that. Well, how come you weren't saying that 10 years ago when, a prosthetic leg looked like Captain Hook from Hook? How come you weren't saying that? Oh, well, it looks like Terminator now. Oh, good point. Good point. All right. So I'll cut off all my limbs and be like the Terminator. I would. That looks super cool. There's an example here of how mental telepathy works. There was a picture of a kid with all these sensors in their heads, and the sensor basically told this light bulb if it was simple questions, either yes or no, and this light bulb, depending on how it flashed, was the answer that the neurons was sending to this light bulb, either yes or no. And people that observed the light bulb could tell this person, without even talking, is saying yes or no. So that's a mental form, or that's a form of mental telepathy, which gets me thinking it's like a guy in the gym walking around, right? And he just staring at himself, looking at the mirror, just working out and doing some bicep curls. you could tell that he's just looking at other fine ass girls in the gym. Right? Right. Right? No? Is it just me? Am I just a creepy guy in the gym? No. No. And by the way, there is a field named computational neuron science. Yes, computational neuron science, meaning computer, neurons, science. Man, we are going to upload our consciousness into this thing, and it's going to be like that movie Prometheus, where, or any other dystopian future movie where you could upload your consciousness into a hard drive and you forever live in the future. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So yes, I'll be the first one to say that Kris Rubio will 2,000 years from now still probably be a good ass basketball player talking a lot of shit. Yes. Also, another interesting piece of gear is these headphones. These headphones is being generated by some guys, probably somewhere in Switzerland, but you put these earphones on, and around the earphones there's sensors to kind of track how your brain waves is doing. And from these brain waves, from these scanners, it could tell you if a person's being stressed out. It could tell you, hey, you need to slow down. It could tell you, hey, go take a walk. It could tell you, hey, you're watching way too much. You know what? And it's time for you to go work out because you've been in the house watching too many Korean dramas. Okay, these Korean dramas are great on Netflix. Okay. Bon appetit, my majesty. Just saying. Just saying. But I kid because tech gear like this is very, very beneficial for society because, again, you're relying your mental well-being and your physical well-being on this piece of tech. So it'll be like another form of the iWatch because I wear the iWatch and I'll tell you, in the beginning, I didn't really care about tracking my workouts, but once you wear it and once you're seeing the progress and once you're seeing, especially for me, the zone, the different cardio zones that you're hitting every week and you're kind of seeing results, it kind of puts you in a different psychological state because you're like, you know what? I need to do this for the health of not only my physical, but my mental. And I need to buy a new band for my iWatch because I want to stand out. Yeah, like everybody else. Like everybody else, right? So people, please, this is a short video, but I do gotta say, if you're one of these people that want tech on yourselves, like me, okay, Neuralink or any one of these electric prosthetics, this is the future. You're already a cyborg. Again, get away from your phone for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes. You probably can't do it. You can't do it. Anyways, I do trust that you make the right decisions with these. Anyways, Kris Rubio, peace out. God bless.